Many thanks for joining us. Now that is the time where we bring you the main topic for discussion this morning. Relationships can be really tricky, no matter what stage you are in. Now, the terms that describe modern relationship situations seems to be getting longer. Dating, cheating, situationships, hanging out, casual relationship, friendship with benefits. These are some of the different emotional and romantic permutations one keeps hearing. And now finding the right partner these days feels like a whole lot of work. Well, we have right here in the studio to help us dissect and digest all of this. Relationship experts, Olori Adejoke. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Olori.
Good morning, Margaret. Good morning.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the
M&M.
M&M. Okay, M square actually.
Yeah,
actually,
M squared.
All right. Now, relationship, situationship, friends with benefits. People have a different perception of relationship compared to what it was some few or many years back. So what is your perception of relationship?
Okay, my perspective when it comes to relationship is, when you talk about relationship, you talk about the bond that brings you together either by blood or by marriage. Now, when you come to situationship, situation itself means there is a clause, something that is bringing us together. Bringing us together in a way that, okay, if I like, I can do this way. If I like, I can go the other way. If I like, I can decide to go this way. So it's not defined. Situationship is, there's a space between commitment and what brought us together. That void can never come back together. That's why situationship. So I can be committed, but my commitment depends on my state of mind, what I want, how satisfied I am, how I really want it to work. I can decide to tell you, okay, I'm sorry, I don't have your time today. I can find someone else.
More like an open relationship.
Very open. And you can also look at it in this way. Just like you have intimacy. Intimacy relates with sexual, relationship.
Yeah.
And do you know that there's some intimacy that actually has to do with non-relationship, non-intimacy like sex? Some people just, you are just connected as friends. You discuss so many things. How you have sex with your husband, how your wife has been, you discuss so many things. But you don't come together as in having sex or going intimate as it is. You understand? So it's still part of relationship and it's still part of intimacy, and you can also find situationship in it. So situationship is totally, you can convenience. I want it to be, I want to be comfortable. I don't want anybody to make life difficult for me. I may decide to be a baby mama. I may decide to be single. Okay, we are just on this trail together. Do you know that in marriages that there is this arrangement between husband and wife that when my husband is not around, I can always find someone else to fill in this gap? Yes, we have it. And it works. When my wife is not around, I can always find someone. And do you know, in the same, you still have some marriages that have the situationship, just like I just gave an example, whereby the wife will bring a woman, arrange a woman for the husband, just to satisfy the desire of the husband. And when it's time for the husband to, it's your time this time around. Please get me a man. I've satisfied yours. You need to also get me a man to satisfy mine.
That sounds so strange.
It is. What happens?
Right here
for
with
real.
us?
Yes.
My.
It works. As far as they're concerned, that's what they want. So it's still part of situationship.
But if what they want really, if as a couple you say this is what I want, and your wife or your spouse, you guys agree this is what you want, and it's been working for you over the years, is it still going to be called a situationship after this?
Yes, because you are not committed.
But it's working for you.
It is working for them. They want it that way. They don't want anything that will make them to just be on one, I'm just committed to Michael.
Yes, you're committed to me.
I'm just committed to Michael. Don't be offended.
After the
Margaret.
program, the commitment continues.
Don't worry. After, I don't want any other person. You see, when you talk about relationship, like I will always tell people, in life, as we grow, even from cradle, like that, how many of us can actually look back and say, some of my friends, when we see today, we can still relate? Some don't give a damn, some don't mind. Just take your walk. I finished my primary school. I don't have any business with you. I'm now in the high level. I'm going to the secondary school. You dropped out in primary.
That
so, excuse me? Oh, you mean that? Okay, how are you?
My goodness.
Yes, it happens.
Yeah.
And so, when you talk about relationship, it's a bond.
Yeah.
A bond that cannot be, separated. That's how it's supposed to be. But in situationship, you don't have all that. As it pleases you, the way you want it, however you feel like. So the guy cannot ask you what happened to you at the club. Why do you have to go with that person? Even if you have to go and dish the person in the gents or in the convenience, you're back. So that's how situationship is like.
Now, Olori, can a situationship lead to a relationship on the one hand, and on the other, can a relationship degenerate to a situationship? And how does one handle both circumstances?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
On both sides. Now, a situationship whereby you've been, in that relationship of convenience. My guy is not around, I can always touch the elderly, guy and all that. Or my woman is not around, I can always touch this. Of course, they know that I'm going out with Michael. People know, they see us together. But, we don't know whether it will lead to marriage or not because it's a convenient relationship.
It's not defined.
It's not defined. So, as time unfolds itself, when the two of them can actually now look for a way to say, okay, I think we can actually, let's see. I think you're my kind of woman, or you're my kind of man. Let me see how we can actually make this work. This is different from just boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. You have been on it for years. A year, 2, some 6 months.
That's still talking about situationship.
Situationship. Okay, I think we can make it work. Let's come together. You start with engagement. And you try it. Some, actually, at the end of the day, it works for them.
Wow.
Because they've been everywhere. It works for them because they will look at it and like, we've been everywhere, so what's the big deal? Let me just settle in. There is nothing you do in this life that you'll not be tired now.
Of course.
Yeah, actually.
To get to a stage. But some will still get in and still flop the process of the engagement until it gets to marriage. Some may wait and be patient, and the moment marriage or that relationship becomes a bond, it depends. Someone who is a nympho now, someone who has high rates of sexual desires may not be able to cope because he or she has been there and it's like it has become part and parcel. So if I don't go out to meet someone else, it might be a problem.
Like now, so how about the steps to getting the right partner? Now, people, I know there are no man. There's really not a manual for these things. According to what people say, whatever works for you would not work for me. Might not even work for Michael.
Yeah.
So now people are. Some people just say, let's see how it goes. Some persons do not even find that it's either you define it from the onset or not. And so those ones that even define it from the onset, sometimes it doesn't even work. And let's see how it goes. Now ends up working. Now, the steps to getting the right partner, like in my commentary, it becomes more difficult and more dramatic as the day unfolds. So what are really the right steps?
The right step to get the right partner. It's a long process. Now, the right step to get a right partner is first looking out for that, that time that I'm ready to settle in. Okay? Now, looking out for the right partner, you may be looking for a tall guy, handsome, hunky, tall looking, and
Like Michael.
very beautiful voice like you, very electrifying
You can
voice,
say that again.
Sometimes when he speaks, ladies are like, excuse me, my guy is around.
Sure, yeah.
You understand? Some ladies love guys who has this commanding authority. And some will like, I want a guy who can give me authority. Commanding authority is different from giving me authority. And so when you're now looking for a partner, and you want to walk, you need to walk in that, path that will actually lead you to that partner you're actually desiring to have. Your comportment, your way of life, the attitude, your character, and the way you even look here and there, and the people you move with will determine how you will meet your man or how you meet your woman. You also have to have that determination in your mind, and you walk in that step. And I always say something, you need to pray. Now, you want a partner. Who is the person that gave us the landmark into relationship? It was from God. So there is no way you need a partner. You will not involve the person who actually originated, who created it, who made it a commandment that you leave your father and your mother. So you need God. And you will work, because as much as you need God on that path to direct you, to give you a desired man, you understand, you also need to prepare your mind. Like I said, your attitude, your way of life, your presentation, the way you dress. Of recent, I got a group that a lady was saying that she dresses and she loves wearing skimpy gowns and all that. And she wears tattered jeans. But the mother-in-law has been like, she's a woman, she's a mother, she has 2 or 3 kids. And she's married, but the mother-in-law doesn't like the way she dresses.
What about her husband?
The husband doesn't mind. Like I told you, there's situationship in marriage. Just like you're asking me. And you can move from marriage into situationship, you can move from situationship into marriage. They can be swapped.
All right, now, from what you said, for instance, Margaret wants a tall guy, handsome, obviously, for the sake of my just to get my
I'm loaded. I forgot to add that one.
I was going to that. Don't worry. So maybe for instance, I want.
That's a revelation.
Oh well, I'm citing an instance. For instance, I want
Let's hear
tall,
some more.
handsome, punky, deep voice. No, I'm really sociable. I'm not a fan of man who's everywhere. No, I don't want that. I want a quiet young man.
Can you
but
imagine?
Then, for instance, I meet this person and he is looking like physical attributes, like the dream person, but really, it might really not be a partner for me. And now I understand that physical attributes are really important, because I have to be first attracted to you to even know what you have inside. So imagine, when people always say you may not really get what you want, but there's a belief that we can even actually get total package. Do you agree with that?
Yes, that's what I said. You need to involve God to get that total package. have a woman who has been waiting on God for so many years. And people were like, when is she going to? How is she going to? She's 46 to this year. Next year, she's 48 to now 49.
Wow.
What's going to happen to her? And she told God. She said, I have taken your cross. I have hold on to you. You have to give me my husband. I'm going to be 50. Before I'm 50, she went to a program. She met a man who was a widower. Handsome, good looking. Exactly what she has been looking unto God for. And she got married. In short, the day she clocked 50 on a low key, some of our friends, sisters wanted to surprise her. The person came in from the US just to, you know, and it was like, we're going to a 50th birthday, let's go. At Naija party, they always suit. Let me follow you. And that was it.
So prayer works.
It works because you have brought it before the person who initiated it, who brought out the institution.
So, but how about those who look at the physical attributes and actually forget and are so carried away by maybe Margaret once saw, reach down?
By chance, so.
Well, we can't use chance.
By chance. By chance, it is grace. I tell you, I was discussing with my children because I have some of them who are in their 20s, like that, 2 of them in 20s.
Wow.
And I was like, see, in life, you may think, Mommy, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. God helping you. But do you know there are some people who have been everywhere? Everywhere. When I mean everywhere, jack of all trades, this guy, that guy, this lady, this lady. And at the end of the day, they have the best marriage.
Yeah.
It not depends on them how they will sustain and maintain that marriage. When I mean the best marriage, they have the best guy or the best woman to marry after going all over the place. They are settled in. They have good family around them. It now depends, just like I said, some people you know, they are hypersexually active, and if they continue in that regard and they have such an opportunity to have the man you want or the woman you want, if somebody is sexually active and the man or the woman is not available, who is the partner, such a person can easily fall out of that marriage. Because she will look for every means to get what she desires, what she's longing to have. And by doing that, you are going to break that bond, that marriage, that thing that brought you and your partner together.
Now, Olori, this is just like saying getting to the top is easier than remaining on top.
Very well.
Finding a desired relationship is one thing. How do you secure
Keep it.
and sustain it?
Because there are some girls that, you know, their eyes are going to and fro looking for who to collect.
Who to collect.
Please, I need that answer. I need that answer. That's very important.
Okay, now, to sustain, to maintain, to retain, to continue to, you know, enjoy the splendor of that relationship depends on the two of them. Like the last time I came here, I talked about how committed are you, how ready are you, how patient can you be. It depends on the two of them. It has to be, you know, a balanced work.
It takes
And
two to
if-
tango.
Yes, and if one is, you know, even the only word said, when one is falling, the other one that is standing should be able to hold. So that we can, that's why you're two in the first place. So if the man is walking in the wrong direction, the woman should be able to find a way to bring him back into the right direction. How? By prayers. You return it back to the man who created the institution in the first place. You cannot do it's like you going to the university and you have lecturers for each course. And you know, at times when you're lost, you need to go back to them. Some still have some of their lecturers contacts they can reach out to. You have mentors, you have role models, and so you need to reach out to the one. Sometimes we speak to people before we speak to the one who actually made this institution, and it doesn't help us.
It should be the other way around.
It should be the other way
What of
around.
those who don't pray? We have people who don't even believe, and then they have amazing marriages. Yeah.
But I tell you, there is no way you will not still draw him in. No road is that smooth all the time. Everything in life is not butter and bread. But you have to believe in yourself and have this determination. Just like I said, the two of them must tangle. They must work together. Except there's an abuse.
Yeah.
Abuse in different form. Psychological abuse, mental, physical. If those ones are involved, I will tell you, please draw yourself in and those fruits that God has given to you. If you're a man, do that. If you're a woman, do that. Or if you cannot take it any further, please take a walk. Give yourself a break. Because you cannot have the focus and the attention you need while you are in that circle of violence, in that circle of mental torture. When you are being talked down by your wife, your mates are out there, they are making money. What are you sitting down doing? You have not done this. What is this? Hey, you, woman, what are you doing there? Have you done this? Have you put this together? It shouldn't be an authoritative relationship. It shouldn't be a commander kind of, you know, you must do it together. It is love that brought you together in the first place. That love that you profess when you're about to sleep with one another. That love that you speak, that word that you try to, you know, cajole and get her and take her to ecstasy. That same joy, that love must be the only thing that can keep that bond together. If it is not there, I tell you, it cannot work.
So as a way of getting your final thoughts for people who are really interested in relationship, interested in getting married maybe this year, next year, and have this guy or lady they are looking at, maybe for the ladies have the guy, she's wanting him to ask her out, but the guy is still doing anyhow. While the lady, on maybe the guy on the other hand, has this lady that he's been trying to get. What's your final word, like general?
Okay, I'm looking at Michael, right?
Yeah,
Michael is looking at Maggie.
Michael, calm down.
I'm focusing my attention on Michael, and Michael is trying to like Maggie is fairer, younger, and let me pick them young. And I wanted Michael. If I can, what you want?
Yeah.
What should I do?
Final
right?
thought, yeah.
Okay, I want Michael by all means. But Michael is looking at Maggie. How do I get Michael's attention? I will try everything possible. First, God is Michael for me. I love someone like Michael. I love the way he speaks. I love his person. You know, the few minutes I've spent with him, it looks like somebody I can actually spend the rest of my life with. Try, hey Michael, how are you? Be friends with Michael. Get in touch with Michael. Try and follow. Don't be a stalker, shall? Don't be a stalker. I'm not saying you should be a stalker.
My.
But try as much as possible to look towards that angle and continue to, see if you can actually get Michael's attention. Michael, I like you, but I don't know whether you like me. See, it's good to be blunt.
Yeah.
It's good because you're expressing yourself.
So it doesn't matter who initiates it.
It doesn't matter who initiates it. It should be, I like you. Do you think we can be friends? From being friends, if Michael is for you, you will know.
All right, thank you, Olomi.
Thank you
You have a lot
so
to
very
say. We didn't even
much.
exhaust our questions for you. But thank you, Olomi. Thank you. We
you
hope to
for
have
having
you
me.
again in our studio.
I hope to be here too.
All right.
Learned quite a lot. Thank you so very much.